All right, so assignment number 3 is exposure equivalency. The first 3 parts are pretty simple. For 4 and 5, D and E, going to be a little bit confusing, but you'll get it. So for A and B, we're going to start with an ISO of 400. In this one, aperture is going to take priority. So you're going to go outside and you can choose any scene you want. You don't have to worry about foreground, background, all that distant stuff. Any scene you want. Set your aperture at f8. And then change your shutter speed to whatever it has to be to get that meter in the middle. Okay, so your aperture is set at f8. Change your shutter speed to get the meter in the middle. Take a picture. Then change your aperture 2 stops. So in this case, we're going to go from 8 to 4. Okay, so F4 is going to be 6 clicks from 8. F4 is a wider opening, so it's going to be letting in more light. So we're going to have to change our shutter speed. And again, you can just click, click, click until the meter's in the middle. But easy enough, it's got to be 2 stops faster because we're letting in 2 stops more light. Then you're going to do it again, and you're going to change to F16. F16 is 2 stops less light than F8. So you're going to change your shutter speed again. Take a picture. 3 pictures. They should look identical. They should look just like the leaf. One should not be darker or lighter than the other. They should all 3 look the same. The only difference being your background may fall out. Hopefully all of your cameras can go to 4. I think everybody's in here can. And if it doesn't go to 4, change your focal length, meaning that sort of zoom in and zoom out. Everybody should go to 4 at the right focal length.
That's what effect says?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. With zooming in and zooming out, the lens, because they're inexpensive lenses.
Okay, yeah. So
They're inexpensive lenses, so they don't have a straight aperture the whole way. It changes as you zoom in and zoom out.
yeah. So I was taking my pictures for the last time. I was wondering why, like, sometimes I could get to an aperture of 4, but sometimes I couldn't. I can only get to like 5, 6.
Yeah. 5, 6. I think it's 5, 6 at the widest it can be, and then 4 at the smallest. So yeah, if you can't get to 4, change your focal length. Okay, and then B, you're going to do the exact same thing, but shutter speed is going to take the priority. So you're going to start off at 1/500th of a second, change your aperture to whatever it needs to be to get the meter in the middle, take a picture. And it can be the same scene or a different scene. A, B, and C can all be the same scene if you want, or you can move around and do different scenes. So you're going to adjust your aperture wherever it needs to be to get a correct exposure at 1/500th of a second. Then you're going to change your shutter speed to a 30th. Change your aperture to get it in the middle. And then you're going to change it to 1/2000. And get the meter in the middle. And there is a pattern to this. It's not, people are like, I don't like math. It's not math. I don't like math either. I hate math. It's patterns. And then you're going to do the same thing and just change your ISO. So in this case, you're going to start at 400. Change your aperture and shutter speed any way you want to get it in the middle. Then you're going to change your ISO to 200. Change your aperture and shutter speed to get it in the middle. And then you're going to change it to 800. And again, in B and C, all 3 images should look identical. Especially with the ISO. They should look absolutely identical because 800 isn't going to produce noise. You're not going to see any noise in these. So all 3, and again, same scene for A, B, and C. So all 3 images in A, same scene. B can be the same scene as A if you want, or you can go elsewhere, but every image in B should be the same scene. You know, if by taking your camera down, you have to rotate the dials and you put it back up and you're a little off, that's fine. I just don't want Rockefeller for one, Science Center for another. Hard part. Take a white or black cloth. You can do this yourself. If you have a black t-shirt and a white t-shirt, black mask or a white mask, whatever you want to use, or I have towels in in locker number 46. Make sure it's black and white, not navy and beige. Okay? Black and white. Okay? So, you're going to take your black and white towel outside. I can't do it in here, it's too dark. You're going to take them outside into the sun. It can be cloudy because there's still a lot of light. It can't be raining, of course. It'll get wet. But it can be cloudy because it's still light. Go outside and find a bench or a table or whatever and put the white cloth or sheet or towel or whatever you're using and the black towel beside each other. And you're going to walk right up to the white towel. You're going to walk right up to the white towel and you're going to fill the frame, nothing else. Fill the frame, like walk right up to it and fill the frame, nothing else in the image but the white towel. Take a meter reading, get the meter in the middle, write it down. Okay? So let's say this is at 400 ISO. Say it says F22 at 1/250th of a second. So you're going to write that down. And you're going to take a picture. A close-up of the towel at F22 at 1/250th of a second. Then you're going to back up and take a picture of both towels together, again at F22 at 1/250th of a second. Then you're going to do the same thing with the black towel. You're going to walk up and fill the whole frame, and guess what? Your meter's going to change. It's going to change a lot. Because white reflects light, black absorbs light. So now you're going to take a meter reading, and maybe it says F4 at 1/250th of a second. Need more light. It thinks it's gray. It doesn't know it's black, but it knows it's not reflecting any light. So now it's going to tell you F4 at 1/250th of a second. So shoot it close up, and then walk back and shoot both the black and the white towel at F4 at 1/250th of a second. Then you find the middle. So we had F4 and F22. F4, F22. 1 stop, 2 stops, 3 stops, 4 stops, 5. Uh-oh. It's not even. So if I go 1, 2 stops, 1, 2 stops, I'm somewhere in between here, right? I'm somewhere in between here, but my camera doesn't do that. So you can decide whether you want to do 9 or 10. You can decide. Take a picture of both towels. Look at your meter. Were you right? Maybe your meter likes 9. And if it does, change it to 9 and take a picture. If you're spot on, cool. Now, I chose the easy route. I chose the stops I know. What if when you shoot the black towel, you're here, and you shoot the white towel and you're here? Print this out. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yay! Even number. So I just have to go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. F8. Yes?
But then, what do we take a picture of when we get to the center?
You're going to take the towels together, both towels together.
Oh, I see.
Now, I'm not showing you what this looks like in advance because it's magic. I want you to see the magic. But hopefully you guys all figured it out, right? This is going to look gray, and this is going to look gray until you get that average in the middle, and then they'll look black. So this one's going to be totally underexposed, this one's going to be totally overexposed, because all your camera cares about is gray. Then you're going to do it with a scene. So instead of using the black and the white towel, you're going to go out and find a location on campus that has deep, dark, rich black shadow and white highlights. And this campus is perfect for that because there's tons of overhangs. So Rockefeller's fantastic, and the tunnels around the dorms are fantastic, and the library.
Finally a reason to go to Rack.
Finally a reason to go to the library. You're going to find a place that's really, and the reflective thing could be somebody wearing a white shirt. It could be a reflection off a bike. It could be a reflection off glass. You're going to walk into the deep, dark shadow, the darkest spot, take a meter reading. Write it down. Walk back, shoot the whole scene at that shadow meter reading. Then you're going to walk up to the highlight, take a meter reading, write it down, walk back, take a picture of the whole scene at that highlight meter reading, just like the towels. Then find the average between the shadow and the highlight, count it out. How many f-stops did I change? And sometimes you might even have to change your shutter too. You'll have to do the math for that, so print out the shutter speed too. Find out the middle, take a picture. 3 pictures, 3 pictures, 3 pictures of the same thing. 5, maybe 6, depending on when you figured out the average, if it was the same average that your camera figured out, or your light meter. And then 3. Yes, you'll have to think. Yes, you'll have to carry a pencil and a pen, or your phone, if you want to write it into your phone, and take your time. There's no rush. If you mess up, which I can tell you, everybody has. Like I said, I'm lucky. I'm really excited if one person gets it the first time. Usually photo managers. Usually, not always. And that's only because they've had a lot more practice. They maybe had an assignment like this once in the past, and they already knew what they did. If you mess up, that's fine. You got to fall off the bike, right? Nobody just like got on the bike and rode, right? Or did you? Did you? No. So if you fall off, that's fine. I will be able to look at your contact sheets and your data and tell you exactly what you did wrong. And then you fix it. And it could very well be A, B, and C are pretty simple. And you just mess up D and E, and you just reshoot D and E. I've actually had students who've gotten D and E right and messed up A, B, and C, and I'm like, well, you got the hard part right, but the easy part.